From the earliest age, we were told that kindness is always a virtue, that putting others first makes you a good person, that if you just stay nice enough, people will treat you well in return. But that's not how the real world works, because the truth is this: being too kind doesn't earn you love, it makes you a target. This world isn't fair, it rewards confidence, boundaries, and strength, not silent self-sacrifice. And the worst part, you don't even notice it happening until you're drained, overlooked, and disrespected. So today, I'm breaking it down. 10 ways how being too nice is quietly ruining your life and what you can do to stop it. Let's get right into it. 1. You expect reward for being good. The world doesn't operate like your school teachers or parents. Nobody's keeping score of your kindness. There's no cosmic vending machine where you put in good deeds and get rewards out. But nice people often think this way. They bend over backward expecting recognition, respect, or loyalty in return, and when it doesn't come, they feel cheated. The problem is, being kind with an expectation attached isn't true kindness, it's a transaction. And when people sense that, they don't see you as generous, they see you as manipulative, even if you're not aware of it yourself. So to fix that, you have to give without expectations. And if you do expect something, don't call it kindness, call it a deal. Be honest about it. 2. You think kindness will earn you love. It won't. Love doesn't come from endless giving, it comes from respect, boundaries, and polarity. The too nice person tries to smother others with love, attention, and self-sacrifice, hoping that eventually someone will see their worth and reciprocate. But that's not attractive, it's needy. Think of it like this: if love was truly earned by kindness, the most generous, selfless people in the world would have the best relationships. But in reality, you know how this works. Nice guys always get overlooked, while people with boundaries, standards, and self-respect get chosen, even if they might be rude. If you want love, stop trying to buy it with good behavior. Build yourself into someone who is respected and desired, not just tolerated. 3. You confuse being liked with being respected. Kind people chase approval, they want everyone to like them, and yes, they succeed, most people do like them, but liking and respecting are two very different things. People like a friendly doormat, but they don't admire one, they don't follow one, they don't take one seriously. If your main goal is to be liked, you avoid rocking the boat, avoid speaking up, and avoid saying no. But if you want to be respected, you have to risk disapproval. Respect comes from showing backbone, from saying what you actually think even if it's unpopular, from holding boundaries even if it annoys someone. Think about the people you admire. Are they the ones who always agree with everyone? Or are they the ones who stand firm, speak the truth, and aren't afraid of a little tension? So here's the shift. Stop asking, will they like me if I say this? And start asking, will they respect me if I don't? That's how you move from being the agreeable person in the background to being someone people actually look up to. 4. You never speak the truth. Kindness often gets twisted into constant agreeableness. Don't say anything that might hurt their feelings, but when you're always agreeable, you're not honest. You nod along to opinions you don't believe. You give compliments you don't mean. You swallow criticisms that could actually help someone grow. On the surface, you seem supportive, but underneath, you're lying. Over time, this makes you invisible. People stop trusting your words because deep down, they sense it's not your real opinion, it's just politeness. Kindness without truth is cowardice, and if you can't risk upsetting someone once in a while, you'll never be respected. And here's the deeper problem. Once you stop telling the truth, you also stop dealing with the consequences of truth. You start dodging any moment of friction, which brings us to the next way, how kindness ruins your life. 5. You avoid conflict. This is the hallmark of the overly kind person, avoiding confrontation at all costs. You don't send food back when it's wrong. You don't tell your boss when something feels unfair. You don't address issues in your relationships. You just swallow them down, hoping they'll go away. But avoiding conflict doesn't remove tension, it multiplies it. Problems stack up, resentment grows, and sooner or later, the explosion comes, except now it's way bigger than it needed to be. Conflict is not the enemy, unresolved conflict is. Learning to stand your ground, speak up, and have uncomfortable conversations is what separates weak kindness from strong character. 6. You suppress anger. Anger is not evil, it's a signal. It tells you when something's wrong, when your boundaries are being crossed, or when you're being disrespected. But kind people are terrified of it. They think showing anger makes them bad, so they push it down, smile through it, and pretend everything's fine. Here's the problem, suppressed anger doesn't disappear. It leaks out in passive aggression, self-loathing, or even sudden bursts of rage. Healthy anger, expressed clearly and calmly, protects you. It sets boundaries. It teaches others how to treat you. Without it, you become a punching bag. 7. You make others comfortable while betraying yourself. Overly kind people have a habit of shrinking to make others comfortable. You cancel your own plans to meet up with somebody. You pretend you're fine when you're not. You stay quiet so no one feels awkward. In the moment, it feels noble, but every time you do this, you betray yourself. You're teaching your own brain that your needs don't matter, and if you don't value your needs, why should anyone else? Making people comfortable at the cost of your own integrity isn't kindness. It's self-abandonment, and it slowly erases who you are. Start putting your own needs on the table, clearly and unapologetically. Say what you want. Keep the plans that matter to you. Speak up, even if it makes the room tense for a second. Because once you start valuing your own needs, you'll notice others naturally start valuing them too. 8. You attract takers, not givers. When you radiate endless kindness, you don't just attract friends, you attract parasites. Takers love overly nice people because they're easy targets. They know you won't say no. They know you'll keep giving even when it drains you. And before long, you're surrounded by people who only call when they need something. This isn't because you're unlucky, it's because you're broadcasting a signal. I don't value my energy, so you don't have to either. The way out: start filtering. The moment you notice someone taking without giving back, cut them off. Because the more you protect your energy, the faster you'll attract the people who actually deserve it. 9. You lose status and dominance. Like it or not, humans are hierarchical. Every social group has status levels: who leads, who follows, who gets respected, who gets ignored. And here's the brutal reality: excessive kindness lowers your rank. Not because people consciously dislike you, but because kindness without boundaries reads as submission. In nature, the animal that constantly yields, appeases, and avoids conflict isn't seen as noble, it's seen as weak. And humans, whether they admit it or not, operate the same way. That's why the too nice person often gets stuck in the background, overlooked for promotions, ignored in groups, forgotten in dating. Their constant kindness signals low status. The antidote isn't rudeness, it's assertiveness. When you hold your ground, voice your needs, and stop over-apologizing, people stop seeing you as submissive and start seeing you as someone worth following. 10. You get disrespected. Put all of this together, and here's where it leads: disrespect. People show up late to meet you because they know you'll wait. They cut you off in conversation because they know you won't push back. They take advantage of your time, your energy, and your money because you've trained them to believe there are no consequences. Kindness itself isn't the enemy. Being kind is powerful when it's balanced with truth, boundaries, and self-respect. But unchecked kindness is poison. It makes you resentful, invisible, and ultimately disrespected. So ask yourself, where in your life have you confused kindness with weakness? Where have you been too nice, hoping it would finally pay off? And how can you start shifting today from blind kindness to grounded strength? You can start by building the one trait that flips everything: confidence. Because once you carry yourself with grounded confidence, people stop taking advantage, they stop overlooking you, and they start treating you with the respect you've been giving away for free. That's exactly why we created our confidence guide. It's completely free and filled with 16 proven ways to make you actually confident. You can find the link in the description, so don't just watch this and move on. Put it into action and watch how fast your world starts to change.